So I'm bloody sort of battling a bit of illness, like I said before. I'm doing all right though. Starting to get there now, which is good. Sense of taste is gone, although I managed to have something that made me feel good. I'm hoping to get out next week because I need to do some things. What else? I'm still trying to apply for a bank account, but I haven't been able to find all the documents. I had a load of documents piled up because I tried to get bank accounts a couple of times before I got my ID. I kept being turned down for various reasons, mostly because of lack of photo ID. A lot of places now require it. It's really weird. A lot of banks, they want you to have that or they won't let you set up an account. Which is kind of annoying too, because if you want to work, you need a bank account. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Universal Credit is been encouraging people to try and to open up bank accounts and tie their Universal Credit to their bank accounts because it's supposed to be helping them get into work. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm not too worried. I'm just hoping I can find all the documents that I need so I can start this application. I just don't know where they are at the moment. Because the last time I tried doing this was about 6 months ago, so a lot of those documents, they're in a folder, I just don't know where the folder is, that's the thing. I don't have to look for individual papers, I just don't know where the folders are. I had to cancel a date with this girl I've been seeing for about a month now, and that sucks, because, I didn't want to cancel. I had to do that because of the fact that I woke up in the middle of the night, really, it almost came on suddenly. My respiratory is a little bit rough. My breathing's a bit. I feel it going low down now. It's really deep, sort of here. It's definitely a lower respiratory at this point, which is worrying slightly because I don't want to develop any sort of pneumonia. I think it's probably just bronchitis. Anything I've got is mild, but chest infections are just horrible. But that's what this is turning into now. Sorry. So yeah, need to go out, get a couple peg winders, change my guitar strings, go and do some more busking, make a couple of quid. I'm getting better at busking. Busking in Milton Keynes was a drag, as I did a video about it when I was up there. Just absolute drag. Never doing that again. I might go out to. I don't know. There's a lot of It's hard these days. I mean, I might go to Corby, right? Just because Corby's an open plan high street. It's all like open shopping centre, so I'd probably have a good chance of making some cash up there. I mean, I made nearly 30 quid the other day, which is quite good. I need to invest in some proper equipment too, like get myself a. Most buskers use the Roland Cube amp, which is a bit pricey. That's the only problem; it's quite expensive. So, I mean, at the very least, I'd like to look for a cheap speaker, cheap PA system that I can plug two microphones into, ideally, or even if I can only plug one microphone in it. Then try and. There might be ways around it. I don't know. I might be able to have. Maybe there's a connector I can get that has two microphones, so that I can have my voice and my guitar going into the one speaker. I don't know. I'll look around. There's a couple cheap shops that sell electronic equipment. I'm not after. It doesn't need to be like above and beyond. I just need to step up my game. I also want to get the bank account set up because beyond the fact that with the bank account set up, I can start realistically looking for part-time work. That I can also set up my bank account so that I can take tips from people via card instead of just having to rely on cash, which also makes my life easier because then I don't have to go up to the shops and exchange my coins. I got paid a £10 note by one dude. Absolute legend. Seriously. Really, 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 really. I actually stopped him and talked to him. I said, look, thank you, mate. I said, seriously, that means that's the most I've ever been paid, singular. And I said, I really appreciate that. Because, busking's not easy. And it's not fun. So I'm sort of saying that. It is fun. What I mean is, it's not all fun, is what I meant to say. Because I do enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. I can't do it all the time, but... Kill me. But when I can do it, it's really enjoyable. And it makes me smile. And I make other people smile. So, yeah. My girl... I don't know. I hesitate. I don't know what to call her. I call her my girl, but we're not really boyfriend, girlfriend. It's modern dating, and I don't understand it, because to me, I feel like we should just be an item by now. Um, but like I say, she's one of those who likes to sort of just go with the flow and keep things relaxed. Whereas I am like that. It's just I am a pretty old school dude. I'm very conservative about relationships. I believe, you know, you should know what you want, and then you should be loyal to each other. I'm not a big fan of dating. I'm not a big fan of all of this. I must keep my options open, blah blah. Blah. I'm someone where if I can, everything that I do in my life, if I can't commit, then I don't like doing it usually. Because for me, I'm the sort of guy that just I take risks and I throw my hat into the ring. I just have always been like that. Well, I haven't always been like that, because there are some things that I can't always risk. I have to be careful about my health. But what I mean is, I like to take risks when and where I can. And in something like a relationship where the worst harm is mostly, you know, it's recoverable. For me, at least. I understand her point of view. I do. She's been hurt a few times, so I get it. But from my point of view, it's like, yeah, I'd rather just jump in head first, see what happens. I think a lot of people these days are very cautious, and I think that's one of the reasons why romance among my generation is not... Like, everyone complains about romance, everyone complains about dating, but they seem to lack the self-awareness to understand that actually it's because we've allowed ourselves to become so anxious to the point where we just don't want to take a risk. And we've also sort of... We've convinced ourselves that because of dating apps and everything else, that there's multiple opportunities and blah, blah, blah. Especially girls, they have this thing of like what I call Prince Charming syndrome. They think that Prince Charming will come along, and it's like, no, you know, the reality is Prince Charming is a minority. These mega influencers who have killer bodies and live killer lives. I mean, A, a lot of them are hiding things anyway. They're not telling you the whole truth in their Instagram page. B, that isn't really obtainable. The idea that this is a realistic thing to obtain. A generation of young women who you know, so many women now, isn't like influencer one of the top job request things now among women? It's like one of the top things that women want, beyond the obvious stuff like being a pop star or being a I don't know, celebrity. I think it's still quite a common one among a lot of girls as well. It's like, it's just silly. Although, you know, in my case, that isn't actually relevant, because the girl I'm seeing at the moment is nothing like that. She's got substance. That's why I like her, because she's actually got substance and depth, and I like her a lot. But yeah, a combination of things I think is distorting the romance stuff, which upsets me, because, you know, I'd like to throw my hat into the ring. And I think maybe that's because I recognise that at the moment my life is kind of still in a complicated way. So I know that I can't offer everything that I could offer, you know, in my prime. And so my worry, maybe I'm slightly insecure, because sometimes I worry, well, I hope she doesn't find someone better and then walk off with him into the sunset because I can't do everything that I want to do. Because I mean, in my mind, I've always maintained I'm not scared of my future. I think my future is going to be quite good. I recognize all the character qualities that I have. I recognize all the strength and the skills that I have, and I know I'm going to be fine. It's to me, it doesn't matter if it takes me 10 years. I don't care. I used to be very much so. I have to get this done quickly, and I have to really rush. And now I'm not worried about that. But the problem is, I think a lot of people are, and a lot of people, especially in their 20s, they judge you based on what you have, and it's like, well, look, I'm still young, and I mean, judge me by who I'll be in 10 years' time. I mean, I know you're going to judge me anyway. I mean, I get that. But what I mean is, you know, I would rather people put more stock into long term. I'm not worried about my current situation. I'm worried about where I am in 10 years. And as long as in my current situation I can say that I'm pushing towards who I want to be in 10 years' time, and at this point in time I can say that I am not worried. So yeah, just that little rant. I won't bang on. See you later.